Team. I'm Tuesday May Thomas, and I'm really happy to be here with you and to read with you. I use the Osho Zen Tarot deck, and what I did last month and what I want to do again this month is I've been shuffling, and I'm going to shuffle a little bit more, and when I hear the call, I'm going to split the deck in half, and I may or may not shuffle some more, but I'm going to read that half. And that's what I did last time. It was a bit of a lengthy reading, but juicy and good all the same. Well, it's interesting. At the beginning, before I even started recording, I said a little prayer and connected with who would be watching this. And in the pre-shuffle, the two cards that wanted to be together and sort of be important set points for this reading are laziness and success. Two very, very different and opposing energies. And we're going to see how this half of the tarot deck is going to enliven and enlighten our path along the way. So let's see what we have. So we've been waiting for something. You know, and doing things the old way just doesn't work anymore. These are the final dismembering of those burdens, of those things that you have been so ready to let go of, and that you've actually been peeling away for quite a long time. For some of you, it could be 3 months, for others 3 years, or longer. But there is this theme, maybe it is every 3 months or 3 years, that you come into this spiral of your life whereby you can choose to consider if it's in alignment with your truth. And maybe it's a long-term job or work affair or way that you've been extending your energy and your time and your attention. And it seems like every cycle of 3, it comes up for review for you. And recently, what has been realized is that there has been burden that you have been carrying. And not only your burden, but someone else's burden. Yet, the burden and the anxiety from that, and the guilt for yourself for being that, for taking someone else's burden on, this is all manufactured in the mind, and the stress and the anxiety comes from the mind. And really, it's the guilt when you remember every 3-year cycle how much of you are still in alignment with the truth of this project, this work, this job, this way that you extend your energy in your life. And it keeps coming up, and you're becoming more aware of, like, oh, here's this thing again. And you've either been working with the energy to dissolve and disband and release and bless, so that you may more fully inhabit your truth, the rebel. You've broken through the chains. You already did this. You've been going through this for months now. You've broken through the chains of limitations, and the wings that you've always had are ready to take flight. Your totem, the eagle on your shoulder, you hold the torch of your own light. You are so done with being the outsider. You're so done. You've already walked through the gateway. The little bird that has been afraid to go through the gateway and join its friends, you've already gone through. You've already gained the understanding that you needed, that you required, because the fruit has been ripe, and it will continue to be ripe in this time cycle. Yet, what is emphasized is your ability to recognize where you're ripe and where you're ready to disband, to let this go, let the burden of taking care of things that you don't really feel aligned with, where you are overextending your energy, your power, your time, and then you're feeling guilty because you know there's so many other things you'd love to be doing, but you're at that phase, and so you've either been working with it or you're just becoming aware now. And either way, this is the month for it, for you to claim your further awareness of the expanded vision of who you feel you are, right? Who you feel you are as a success, you know? We don't find out who we are by giving way to laziness. He's like drinking a cocktail, and you know this one came up last time. The ice is melting, is breaking behind him, and everything is collapsing. It's not, nothing is built on anything. Nothing is really being built. Not in way for this experience, for this feeling realization. And so this is where we have to be mindful, because it's not only laziness that we think that we're just out drinking and partying and ignoring our path or, what inspires us. It's not that necessarily. It's the laziness that we allow in the face of this stuff in our life. You know how much Benigno Massaro said something so brilliant, and he said, it's like how much we tolerate. Isn't it incredible the amount of burdens we tolerate in our life? The amount of worry, trying to fix stuff, and then just being so distracted and missing giving to this that is always calling us. And this is always yours and always mine. Existence. No resistance. Just being open. Just being. So there is this interesting push-pull, because you are being called into rebirth. This rebel is calling, like fully, right? He's been with you. He's been with you for some time, and he's been helping you to break those shackles and to realize your truth. Last month you had the lion, the rebirth. You were releasing so many parts of unconscious conditioning from your family, from society, just from stuff that you've taken on and believed. And the rebel is his own man. The rebel is her own woman. Makes up her own rules, listens to the beat of her own drum, dances his own beat. And that's what you're being called, is to find your groove. Find your groove, because you're ready. You're ready. You're right. You've already fallen from the tree. It's not a mystery. You know who you are. You know who you are. You know what your truth is. You got it. And if you haven't got it yet, it comes when you release, you bless, you let go, you surrender the guilt, the falseness, and you relax to your true existence, to your I am existence, to your unity consciousness existence. And you do that, by de-stressing, going with the flow. It seems to be very difficult for people to relax and let go and just trust. And what about this idea that I totally love, that even if you did nothing at all, if you said no prayers, if you made no affirmations, if you didn't try to look for a job, if you did nothing at all, that everything would still get taken care of in its divine order, in its proper order. What about that? And you don't do anything. You you allow, you accept, you receive. It's a very different, I want to say, platitude, of experience. So here we go. What I'm feeling is the first half of the month, you have, or should we say the next 2 weeks from November 8th on, you have this incredible opportunity. It's almost like you've been shedding all these skins and realizing your truth, and it's getting clearer and clearer. And there's these last couple layers of skin, and if you can shed those skins of untruth, of what you don't feel resonates as your truth anymore, that's going to allow the natural being of your authentic authority and power, which gives rise to the Master. Can you even see that says Master? Wow, these cards there's a history. The Master. Hello. Major Arcana card. Like fully the highest of the high. You gotta meditate, be quiet, be still, daily, the third eye, the crown chakra, the halo, the angel halo. That's how you maintain your angel status. We're all angels. There's a lot of us here that are angels. You think you see angels. Well, people see angels when they look at you. But we got to keep the pineal gland sparked and lit. Like the pilot light, you got to keep the pilot light on. And how do you do that? You go into nature, you set aside time to consciously breathe, to meditate, to be still, to give thanks, to just be. And this activates the glands in the brain, and your light sight becomes activated. And it is easier to plug into the world, to see the earth, to see this universe that you live in. With your light sight activated, you see heaven on earth everywhere. You see beyond the illusion. Yet, again, going back, this is a part of the illusion. So it's the dissolving of this, right? The releasing of this, so that you get back to existence, to remembering that you are, I am that, I am, and just to let go, so that what is happening, this ripeness, this juicy ripeness, this full plum juicy sweetness of you that's already dropping from the tree, has already gone past these gateways to give rise to the rebel who ultimately is the Master. The Master's way is the path to the success of whatever it is that's up for you right now. If it's a project, maybe it's a big move across the world, or a job offer, or you're making a big change in your life, you're getting married, or you're getting separated, or I'm not sure, but there's definitely opportunity to recognize your truth, right? And the challenge is, don't be lazy. You got to acknowledge that you see what you see, that you know what you know. You know that who you are is calling you, and it's already gone out the gate, and it's calling you to play. If you ignore that, then suppression, the fire, you push the anger, you push the rage, you push your madness down, and it becomes these tied knots constraining you with all the clouds of your mind just weighing you down, and that festers. Yet if you can harmonize that fire, raise that fire, and learn how to extend it and share it out and ask for help where you need help. Totality is yours. These three acrobatics, just all perfectly there for one another. And that's the third and the second chakra. Move from the fear, move from the isolation, move it up into the creation, the manifestation. So there has been a metamorphosis that's happened. A very, very big healing. And the healing has to do with yourself and someone else. Maybe it's a partner or a recent ex-partner, a business partner. A friend, someone that you have a deep bond with, but who you also don't have full harmony with. There's a lot of projections, or there can be a lot of projections in how you see each other, but ultimately there's been very deep, profound healing for both of you. The heart chakra healing, the mind. Wow. The lower body. And so this person has been very important in your passage, but it's time for this healing to evolve. It's time for this healing to evolve. You're being very patient. There's something that you're waiting for. There's something that you're waiting for. And again, it's like a riddle, because you either rest in morality, in you thinking you know what's best or how things should happen, and really without feeling, but more your own righteousness, knowing what's right and being very black and white about it, and not feeling from the heart. This is very mental, this card. And what the invitation is to relax, because this is not about receiving that thing that you think that you want right now. It's about you being who you want to be, the kind of person you want to be while you're in this process. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be her? Or do you want to be him? And maybe they're both a him and a her. I don't know. The patience card. You're still in the cycles, but you are coming to the end, because you know what came straight after patience was sharing, which is a fire card. And so you're coming to the end of this cycle of creation, of fertility, of things coming to fruition, and it's almost time. December. It feels like December. You will be receiving, and you're cup will be overflowing and you will be sharing. There will be so much generosity for you to share. But you've had to be patient. And what this card is inviting you to do is to stay patient and stay with grace. Just fully let go. Let go of trying to control anything about it at all. Right? Let go of the control. Get into your higher mind about it. Not of this world about it. And meditate on it. Listen to your inner voice, not the outside voice, but a soft, still voice that you have to be quiet to hear. Well, and this is quite beautiful, what comes next. Maturity, innocence, rebirth. Okay, you see, yeah, these were the last two from last month that I remember. Conditioning, releasing all those parts that are no longer you, who you think you are, which is a huge one. And then rebirth. Remember the dull camel? Rebirthing into the lion, awakening into their truth. And as they give rise to that truth, comes the innocence. Oops. The innocence of the young child playing the flute. And at the same time, look at this, the innocence of this amazing master type figure with, I believe, a praying mantis on his hand. Innocence. The pink, violet light. You know, the open mind, the open heart, the God channel awakened. And this really beautiful maturity. So you've been going through something. It's definitely coming to the end of its cycle. Don't be lazy. Don't get lazy in the last run. It feels like this month is really important to set the tone. You know, usually we wait till the new year to think about how we want to, or who we want to be, or our intentions, or what do they call those things? Oh, resolutions, you know, things that people want to make. Yet, if you're thinking about anything in that way at all, maybe think about doing it now. You know, who do you want to be? And start being that version of yourself now. Set it up now. Okay. Because you're coming into that maturity. It's here with you. Oh, well, now this is interesting. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So, it's very, very interesting because you have this energy. Again, it's all in your mind. If you do not exercise your ability to place love and to place light in your thought and in your word, you're going to remain suspicious and guarding. You're going to guard what you think is yours. You're not going to share to the full potential. Look at everything that you have to share. All your gifts, your talents, your abilities. That's your fortune. That's your love. That's your light. And even though there's this crown of maturity, you're being hit with this next level, and you triumph. I see you triumphing here, but you are hit with this next level of challenge. Things are not going to seem like what they seem. People are not going to mean what they say. And unless you keep clear, meditate, and go beyond the illusion, literally, right? You're going to go crazy if you don't. Schizophrenia. Too many places at the same time, trying to put your mind all over the place, or there's too many extraneous thoughts. And so your energy is overexpanded and decalibrated from its full potential and power because it's overextending and connecting with that which is not really in service to its well-being. Compromise. So what you get to do is you get to keep meditating, keep dissolving those thoughts, letting them go, not holding on to them. And so seeing the truth, and in that truth, coming to compromise. You know, once you realize the truth about someone or something, of something that you didn't even know maybe there was more to it, or maybe somehow deep inside you did know there was more to it, and then you find out, and at first you might be pissed, but then if there's still work to do with that person, place, or thing, a compromise can be met. And it can be a powerful, grounded compromise. The medicine of this card, though, is if you are called to compromise, to sincerely compromise, right? Don't compromise and then bitch about it. Allow it to be blessed and filled with grace for yourself and whoever or whatever else is working with you. Because what awaits is adventure. So there is like multiple rebirths happening. This is a very, very abundant and rich month. You have to stay in your light side, in your Buddha mind, plugged into the truth, the I am, the love, the truth of you, beyond the limitations of the world. Know where you're willing to compromise, and then don't look back. Make a compromise. Meditate on it. Where you have to compromise, meditate on it, and you'll be given the right guidance. And you have to continue developing the pineal gland, all the glands in the body, but meditating daily is important, that you can maintain your light sight to go beyond the illusion and to not become lazy, because there's a lot of rapid fire lessons. And in fact, I feel that this healing that evolves, this person that you've had this relationship with, this business partnership, this connection with, but where there has been these projections, where there's been some deep roots and love and connection, but there's also been static, and you can really get into miscommunications, right? But this has been a massive healing for you. And the way that it comes to be the healing is through you keep saying yes to yourself. You keep saying yes to your truth. Because the time is right. It's your time. It's your time now. And you know, it's just so powerful because this came again last month. So again, we're like in this extended loop. And maybe you're feeling multiple breakthroughs. Boom, boom, boom. I've had a few. I gotta say, it's been a most magnificent year in ways I've never experienced in my whole life. And I bless it, and I wouldn't change a thing. And even though it's been difficult, I've had several breakthroughs. And maybe you have too. And if you haven't, one's coming. A big one. A very big one. This creator, this is you. This is your willpower. This is what you are amassing right now. this beautiful aura crowning you, and this bright, powerful pranic light in your core, breaking through the third dimension, breaking through and allowing your warrior nature, your truth to be. And these are the final cards. And the wisdom is it's fire. It's all fire. It's going to be a hot winter. Hot, 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 baby. Balance the intensity. I mean, look at this. It's like so powerful. Here you go. Get ready for takeoff. Put on that seatbelt. And this has been building. This has been building for some time. You've been preparing for it. You've either been preparing, this is it. You've either been preparing for success or not. And that's the moral of the theme this month. Are you prepared for success? Every day, are you making an inroad into putting time and love and attention into that which is your truth, into that which you know you've been preparing for and that you're ready for this next rung of showing up as this in your life? What would this person be doing, this version of you? What do they have to do to get to where they want to be? That's what's up. And you're not going to get there being this version of yourself. We all have this version. Balance, moderation, because there's a lot of energy here for you. Don't burn out. Keep a beautiful, steady balance of being with nature, of taking your shoes off, putting your feet on the earth, being grounded. And doing your joy, being your truth. Being your truth. Don't wait any longer. It's here for you. Are you here for it? How are you showing up for that dream in your heart? How do you show up every day for it? What do you do in an effort to build a bridge for it to bless you? Start doing it. Start being it. Start breathing it, seeing it, living it in any way that feels real to you. You're on a mission. Don't forget. You're here for a reason. There's something really powerful and beautiful that you're here to embody. And it's really just you, just allowing you to be fully present. And from there, everything comes. Thank you so much for spending time with me and letting me read with you. My name is Tuesday May Thomas. If you'd like a reading, send me a message through my contact page at my website, tuesdaymaythomas.com. I thank you so much. Namaste.